What is going on, everybody? Zach RC here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome along to episode number 23 of the F1 Ultimate Career Series for the Monaco Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the last episode, make sure to go check that one out before you see this one, and of course, make sure to get subscribed for more future F1 content as the series continues on. So, round 4 of the season then brings us over towards the Monaco Grand Prix after the last two rounds have been less than optimal, but of course, whoever look at the standings, we'll make some upgrades here to our car going into the weekend. We've got quite a few resource points, but we've got over 3,000 in the bank this time, so we'll put them into an air upgrade and we'll put some into a durability upgrade as well. So those two now on the charts. It's a major air upgrade, so that'll come in perhaps even towards this Grand Prix. I think it might come just in time for the race this weekend, so have a look at that. Of course, Mercedes jumped us last time out. Of course, I think we could try and jump them this time with our upgrades. Of course, the retirement in Portugal last time out means we have lost our first turbocharger, so make that change the race weekend. And there's a look at the standings. And Hamilton now 21 points in front of us in the standings. He's on 50 points. We sit on 29 after failing to score thanks to the mechanical DNF. And of course, our first rival is also in the building. Valtteri Bottas will be the first of our 2, maybe even 3 rivals this season. I imagine 2 based on last season we had a rivalry with Ocon and Sainz. Now we're going to try and fight some of the front runners in, of course, Bottas, who has been the reigning world champion going into this season. And of course, there is our message saying about the fault in Portugal. And as a result, we get no resource points for that. So thank you F1 2021 for being fantastic and giving us absolutely nothing out of the retirement, sadly. So we'll continue on though. Plenty of points to be gained from weekly resources, so we should be okay without those things. And the upgrade's coming through just fine. And the major air upgrade reaches us just before the race weekend gets underway, and we have got some more points to spend, and we have now jumped Mercedes by a bit of a distance here, so we're again the fastest car on the grid. But of course, going into Monaco, qualifying is the only thing that really matters. We're going to make 2 chassis upgrades here. We've got enough resource points to go for 2 minor ones, so those will come in before Azerbaijan. So there's a look at those on the board, and I hope it's to increase that advantage over the Silver Arrows. We'll try and get some of those points back we lost last time out, and in Imola too. So it's time now to jump towards qualifying to set the race weekend underway. Time for the Monaco Grand Prix. Time now for qualifying here in Monaco, and we were greeted with quite a nasty surprise when we came in to have a look at the power unit. So we have actually got quite a few components here that are actually lacking in terms of how long they've got left to last. That ICE is on 84%. I didn't even realise how high it's gone up. I think that's down to us obviously simming through practice. But as a result, we're going to make those component changes. No penalty for doing so. But as a result, I think probably the worst time for this to happen, because we are here in Monaco. Of course, qualifying is crucial, as we all know. So we're starting our first flying lap. We've only got 2.5 minutes in the session. We have to make this quick. We'll get 2, maybe even 3 laps in if we're lucky. So going up the hill, down up through turns 1 and 2, and going up towards turn 3, the sweeping left hand to start the lap off. Just looking for a clean run this time around. Because we did okay in Monaco last season, but qualifying wasn't fantastic. So I'm not expecting pole, but we'll have to look towards the last corner here out of turn 19 and see what we can get up the grid in terms of our first lap. So over the line to complete lap 1 gets us up into P6, which isn't too bad. It's a start, but I think there's a number of cars who are yet to improve. So they're making their, well, I imagine their last runs now, a lot of these cars. So we've got 20 seconds to go when we emerge from the last corner to complete our second lap. Improved by about just under 2/10, but unfortunately not enough for us to gain any places. So we've got 1 more lap in before qualifying draws so close. Obviously we're on this set of soft tyres, done 2 laps now, so I doubt we'll see too much gain, if anything, at all. So we've shot to P8 at the end of it. So it's been a rather fast segment here in qualifying, unfortunately. But as we run towards the line, it looks like it's going to be P9 if we cross the thing and nothing happens to us. So there we go, P9 is all set. So unfortunate, but we had to make the best of a bad situation there, and that could cost us race-wise.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Verstappen, Hamilton, and Charles Leclerc. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Verstappen takes pole, then Hamilton second, and home hero Charles Leclerc in third. We qualify 9th, and that's going to leave us with a fair bit of work to do in this race. I'm thinking damage limitation. The best we can do is to try and finish as close to the guys in front of us in the standings as we can to avoid losing any more points than we need to. But let's jump now into the race and see if we can do just that. Time for the Monaco Grand Prix.
A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars will climb around 40 metres up the hill, past the casino, and then descend downwards towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of the 19 corners at Saint-Devote. And don't expect to see much overtaking here today. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Why don't we start by talking about Valtteri Bottas? That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Ricciardo, Carlos Sainz, and Stroll, Gasly, Cohen, Fernando Alonso, and Valtteri Bottas, Vettel, Tsunoda, Charles Leclerc, they've taken a grid penalty, and Mick Schumacher, Ocon, Giovinazzi, Kimi Raikkonen, and George Russell, Mazepin, and Nicholas Latifi. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Here we go then, no more talking, time for action at the Monaco Grand Prix. From P8 on the grid, we've got one more place up thanks to an engine penalty for one of the cars ahead of us. In terms of strategy for this race then, so we're given the option for the one stop here. We're going to go for the ultimate strategy today, because I feel like if things go as they are, just from start to finish, no safety car or anything, then those medium tyres can be murdered towards the end. So we'll go on the hards, we'll take that chance this time around, we'll pit a lap earlier than everyone else. So we'll see if that pays off for us, but now it's time for the lights to get this Grand Prix underway here in Monaco. The lights are on for round 4 of the 2021 season. It's lights out, foot to the floor, we are underway. It's a gingerly getaway compared to the cars around us. Alonso on our right hand side going towards turn 1 in towards the right hander around the outside of Alonso, maintaining P9 P8 off the start and got up the hill towards turns 2 and 3. Gasly and Stroll side by side in front of us. Carlos Sainz there in 5th place as Verstappen leads away from the 2 Mercedes cars. Look at the outside of Gasly if we can make our way going through turn 4. Can't quite do it. Gasly stays alongside Stroll going towards the right hander in turn 5. Going to consider going 3 wide there, tapping the back of Gasly's car, locked up a little bit as a result, but no damage done to our wing fortunately. Sliding across, almost taking out Bottas, who of course had that engine penalty as you saw in the starting lineup. Around the outside of Stroll here, going through the hairpin at turn 6. We've managed to make it stick and came close to damage. I think I'm lucky not to get anything there, but we got a warning for a collision, so we'll take that. But a 1 place gain then on the first lap, that's hard to do at Monaco, especially when we tried it. Bottas, of course, with that engine penalty, down quite a fair number of places here, so he's got some work to do in this Grand Prix alongside us, but he's on those medium tyres. He's trying to make something work strategy-wise, so going for something different compared to the top 10 runners. On to lap 3 then. Gasly is still our next target in front. Stroll about a second and a half behind, so we've managed to pull clear of him, but even with DRS, we're not getting a good enough exit out of turn 19 to really stand a chance against Gasly. Sainz is pulling away in P5, there's the 2 McLarens. Hamilton in second and Verstappen, our teammate, still showing the way here and looking good for the championship standings.
As things stand, we'll be 6th in the championship.
Obviously still 6th, but we're lucky not to lose any more places. Pushing to lap number 9 then. Not much happening in this first stint other than Gasly pulling away. Our soft tyres started to drop off a fair bit. Of course, we used those tyres in qualifying, so already a few laps old as it is. So coming into the pit lane now for our first stop. There's Bottas right behind us. He's managed to close the gap up, get around Stroll, and that could help massively in his favour at this point in the Grand Prix. He may come into the pit lane and our hard tyres going into wing change. Why on earth have you changed the wing robot? What's going on? Why are they changing the front wing? There's been no real damage on the car. We're all okay. Hard tyres on, front wing change as well. That could cost us massively in this Grand Prix. Red Bull, what are you doing? 8.4 second stops to emerge from the pit lane. Wing damage repair was on auto, so perhaps that's something we didn't notice, but that could cost us. That could have huge implications for this Monaco Grand Prix, especially at a circuit where overtaking is quite difficult, especially in the midfield as we were. So emerging from the pit lane in dead last and the first car to come into the pits for a stop. But a lot of work now still to be done in this Grand Prix so you can get a chance of getting back up towards the points. Onto lap 12, these hard tyres feeling a lot better than the softs that we did over that first stint. But Mick Schumacher's got from Schumacher's out of the race, so we're down to 19 cars. There he is parked at the 15-16 chicane there. What has happened to the Haas of Mick Schumacher, who's had a slightly quiet rookie season so far for that Haas team, of course, who are quite inferior to everyone else in 2021. But Schumacher's going along happy as you like, and going into turn 12 of the car, he backs off massively there. You see Alfa Romeo and the McLaren going around him, and this is still a mid-pit stop cycle here, so everyone's quite jumbled up at this stage of the race. But Schumacher has to pull the car over there as Russell makes his way through. There's his teammate Nikita Mazepin, who himself has been quite quiet over the course of the campaign. Schumacher then pulls the car over. Game over for the Haas driver. And on to lap 14, we're chasing down Nicholas Latifi and Pierre Gasly. So we managed to catch up to Gasly because he pitted with a number of cars and as a result got held up in the back of the train. So we're going to try and make some moves here on our former teammate around the outside going towards turn 18, of course, up towards Raskas into the last corner. And it's getting a sense of deja vu there. Gasly going off the barrier and almost off into the wall. We managed to take the place on the inside and take away the spot from Gasly and up to P14 now. And that was almost an exact replica of what happened between myself and Gasly last season when we were teammates at AlphaTauri. Let's have a look at the replay here from Gasly's perspective. As he makes his way through turn 18, Nicholas Latifi causing him non-stop headaches here. We're on his outside and Gasly gets us to space and goes crashing into that barrier at turn 19. And we take a full advantage of that, going up making the move over to P14. But of course, Latifi a lap later is our next target. That will try and do the same thing with him. We're going to try and go down the inside going towards 19 this time. We're a lot closer, a lot faster than that Williams, a lot faster than that Williams. Up into P13 now, Nikita Mazepin, our next target, and then Russell is in front of him. I'm not exactly sure who is in P10. I think that could be Sainz potentially, and then I think there's Kimi Räikkönen in that train. Giovinazzi is quite of the order yet to pit as it stands. So a lot of these cars have already come in. And on to lap 16, down the inside of Mazepin, going for it here, and a bit more reckless than we usually would do. But you know what? We're trying to recover things after the wing change. It's really thrown a wrench in our plans. But P12 now in our possession. It's Russell and Ocon's in front of us. So Ocon's been dispatched by Sainz and the Alfa Romeo in front. That's Räikkönen. On to the end of lap 16 now. Russell, our next target down the main straight. DRS is in play. And as we did in this teammate, this time around the outside at turn 1 and making the move stick on corner exit. So around our compatriot in the Williams and up into P11. One place out from the points. Hamilton leading Verstappen and Bottas there as well. As Bottas yet to make his stop, I don't believe, off those medium tyres, perhaps onto a set of hards for the rest of the Grand Prix. But Ocon is being held up by Sainz and Räikkönen. They're going to try and go down the inside as we did on Mazepin a couple of laps ago, making a move on the Alpine. Can't get in front of him this time. Can we go around the outside for turn 6, around the outside of the hairpin as we done Stroll earlier? A slightly easier move there. We managed to get clear of him before corner exit. So up another place now into the points, and Räikkönen and Sainz there in front of us. Sainz has also been held by these cars who all pitted together. This large midfield train that Sainz has just caught, making his way out. So we're pushing further on now and looking to chase down Sainz and Räikkönen on to the end of lap 17, start lap 18, nearing the halfway mark in this race, going into turn 1, right behind Räikkönen and Sainz. Räikkönen has done a fantastic job keeping the Spaniard at bay here to make our way up the hill through turns 2 and 3 and into the left-hander now, running right behind the Ferrari. I'm sensing the same sort of move again. Can we go for 3 overtakes going down into turn 5 on corner exit of 4? Looking down the inside, diving once again and avoiding contact with Räikkönen narrowly. Very close this time. Sainz still in front of us, still alongside us, going through up to turn 6 around the outside. It's a tight squeeze. We've managed to make it stick though up into another place as we make our way out of turns 7 and 8 and back towards the tunnel. Once again, P9 in our possession, and now Kimi Räikkönen is our last target in terms of this train. Ricciardo 13 seconds up the road on fresher medium tyres, and he's got a better chance of maintaining that over the rest of the Grand Prix. On to lap 19 at the halfway stage for this Monaco Grand Prix. Räikkönen looking to make a mistake, trying to force him into a mistake of some kind. Down the inside again, very close to the barrier. Oh, that was close. Very tight indeed there. Any closer to that would have been definite wing damage, but Räikkönen is now behind us and we are away from this train. We'll try and pull away as best we can here, but it's been a real struggle so far in this Grand Prix. I think we've picked up damage here and there, which hasn't served our case too particularly well. On to lap 20 then, Yuki Tsunoda emerged from the pit lane. Hard tyres and that AlphaTauri going to the end. Of course, the driver who replaced us at AlphaTauri at the start of this season. But Tsunoda now rides on our tail, and Sainz not too far back either, about 2 seconds behind us. It's Tsunoda up the inside. We've left him too much room there going through turn 3, and through 4 he's on the outside, so we'll clear him once again. But Tsunoda won't let us have it all our own way over the rest of this race. And of course, that battle, however brief it was, has allowed Sainz to close right back in on us. So the battle is well and truly on here as Yuki once again harrow us and try to make a move on corner exit. Blue flag's been displayed. I think Verstappen's catching us at this point. Bottas is pitted. He's safe in P4. Norris is in P3 right now. And Hamilton and Verstappen still showing the way. They've got Tsunoda to the outside, going towards turn 1. We've got the inside line going in. We'll shut the door on him and keep our position for the minute. Keep holding on to our spot. But how much longer can we hold on to it for? Giovinazzi pits. So into P6 now, back where we were. But Tsunoda is still giving us pressure on lap 32. And the blue flags are in effect. They're starting to see him a lot more on the lights around the racetrack. And a big train behind us there. Verstappen will no doubt be joining it in just a matter of moments. Here comes Yuki though, down the main straight. DRS is in his favour. Looking to go around the outside, going towards someone again. Looking to go for this move once more. But this time he gets right in front of us. And that is the space gone. Yuki may just pull away now. The AlphaTauri's got a lot more pace than our Red Bull. We've really struggled today. And damage is obviously played into our hands as well. Played away from our hands rather. Tsunoda is away for P6. Sainz is still behind us in P8. And we're still sitting here in the middle in 7th as the blue flag's come into play. And on to lap 33, Verstappen is closing in on us now. And there he is right behind us, our teammate after just 4 races. We won the first race in Bahrain. This is how low we've sunk since then. Verstappen is right behind us, and we have to let him go here under the blue flag. And he'll pull off into the distance and pull off into the sunset. And that is more or less it for this Monaco Grand Prix. We're a lap down, which means on the bright side, we have to do 1 lap less of this absolute hell show. As he make our way onto the last lap, then Verstappen is in complete control of this Grand Prix. Hamilton gave him a fair bit of trouble over the course of the race, but he is held off the pressure supremely well, and will come through the last corner through turn 19 for the final time to take victory here in Monaco. Back-to-back victories in Monaco for Max Verstappen. He takes the flag, and as for us then, a lap down in P7 as we enter the last few corners. I'm happy to get this Grand Prix over with as it's around turn 19 for the final time, keeping Sainz and Giovinazzi firmly at bay. It'll be points for us in the end, but we will lose ground to all of our championship challengers in the top 5. Ricciardo, Norris, Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen. We've lost ground to all of them, and we are in serious trouble. This World Championship is not going well, and we've got some work to do in order to try and get it back over the coming races. Azerbaijan, next time out, could also be a problem. I have to wait and see, but for now, disappointing day in Monaco.
They've done it then. They've won here in Monaco with an emphatic performance and a victory they can be proud of for years to come. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
Verstappen wins in from Hamilton and Norris, but so of course at least one Red Bull driver got on the podium today. We'll have a look and see if Verstappen's done enough to take the lead of the championship for himself and how that affects our standing in the table.
Max Verstappen now leads the Drivers' Championship. Some amazing talents out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Definitely Antonio Giovinazzi, isn't it? No matter what the rest of the field threw at him, he didn't put a foot wrong. Superb drive from him.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improve their position in the championship. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Let's have a look at the rest of the top 10 then. So Bottas in 4th place. The gamble outside of the top 10 paid off for him. Ricciardo 5th, Tsunoda 6th. We finished 7th, Sainz 8th, Giovinazzi 9th, and Gasly rounds out the top 10. Bad day for Charles Leclerc in P11, and obviously a worse day for Mick Schumacher, who failed to finish the race. Look at the championship then. Verstappen leads now by 1 point over Hamilton. Bottas in 3rd, Norris jumps Ricciardo for 4th, and we stay in 6th place, 34 points back from the lead now, with a lot of work to do in the next Grand Prix in Azerbaijan to try and close that gap. We jump McLaren thanks to the victory for Verstappen, but 18 points now behind Mercedes, so a lot of work still to be done there in order for us to try and catch back up to the Silver Arrows. But that's all for the next episode, and that'll do it for this episode of the F1 Ultimate Career Series. I do hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more future F1 content, and have an absolutely fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.